Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Now you may heard some echo. Yeah, I was just testing my audio. It seems all right. Mm, so, ah, let's begin. Hi, Sumaila. Hello. Oh, it's just my water. Yeah. Hi, Julia. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you? I'm here again. I'm alive again. Yeah. Um, so how are you guys? So as usually there is like 10 seconds delay, you know. Hi, Yana. Hi. Oh, you have a massage scheduled. Good. Enjoy. Enjoy. I'm glad you came to say hello. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm also very glad. Oh, sorry. You know me. You know me. Yeah, but I'm very glad that I made it again. It's my second live stream after a long period of time. And yeah, hopefully I would like to, make these live streams on some regular basis. Actually, I wanted to make live streams and on Tuesdays, yeah, Tuesdays, but sometimes it happened that I'm here on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, on Wednesday. So, and it was the same last week. So I think I will be streaming every Wednesday probably. Yeah. Hi, Pney. Hi. Oh, thank you. I had a business call at work, or I had a call at, I don't know, I can't talk suddenly. Uh, sorry, I just need to get into the talking flow, after the whole day. But anyway, I had a call at work. Yeah, I need to slow down. This will help. Yeah. So I'm just very glad that I see all of you here, in chat. So I had a call, so I had to like do something with myself today. So it's a win-win because I already prepared in the morning, and because I always work from home. So I usually don't have this need to like make my mascara or hair, I just have it all tied up. And yeah, so today I'm glad I saved some time and did two things. Yeah. So, as you may know from the previous one, the previous live stream, I prepared some structure of these live streams, and I kind of didn't. I wasn't able to manage it last time. Well, we did only like half of it because there were a lot of things going on and a lot of I wanted to share a lot of stuffs. Yeah, so I made it shorter for today, and we will see. This will all be processed during many live streams until we really find what really fits, yeah, what works. So what's the plan for today? Firstly, yeah, I have some notes here. So firstly, I would like to ask you to check the quality of the video. Just make sure that you are on the highest quality. I am using the camera which is in my monitor. So yeah, just I want you to have the best quality, you know. So just check out the gear under the video, and just make sure that you have the best quality of the video. The second thing is the new YouTube layout. Oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable, and it appeared just today to me. You know, until today I had everything as it was. And so, you know, I don't know, maybe not all of you already have it, but the thing is that you have the video, and under the video you have the name, you have the first line from the from the description, you have view counts, I guess, and you have these buttons like what is the channel name, the share button, like button, subscribe button, I don't know, everything, you know, all these buttons have under the video. And then if you have some comments, you can scroll down, you have the comment section under the below the description box. Yeah, and they made this change where you have all of this on the right side of the video, and if it comes to live stream, then you can see all the buttons and the name of the stream and all these things, or comments, or the chat. You cannot have both. I'm not sure how this was in the old version, but I guess you saw everything because you have the name and all these buttons below the video. Yeah, now you have it on the right panel, and it's so annoying. You know, I spent 10 minutes today to figure out how I can leave a comment on a video. Isn't it ridiculous? So, yeah, I figured out that this feature is out for a few months. It appeared to me just today, so I wasn't really prepared for it. And if you have this new layout, so just for you to know that, yeah, you can see comments or everything else. Yes, so I am looking for the gear button, and oh yeah, it's in the player, so that's fine. Anyway, where am I? Yeah. All right. Okay, so the next, then I would like to show you what I colored the last week, and some of my finished pages, not finished pages, yeah, what I colored, finished pages, and some of my work in progress pages. Yeah, and my plans. So yeah, and after that we will color a picture. Previously I started to work on the page by LuArt, and we did like the part 1 where I broken down the whole page. So today, and I talked about the colors a little bit, but so today I would like to continue, choose the exact colors and get into the coloring. I don't think that everything will be fitting into this live stream. It would probably be too long, so there will be probably like part 3 and so on. then, before we will jump into coloring, we will do some warm-up. We will not do any exercise, don't worry. Not physical exercise. Yeah. And then once you're then there is a Q&A and Patreon section where I would like to inform you about the Patreon. Yeah, just very shortly, don't worry. And also I prepared 3 questions which I would like to answer, not answer, but talk about. And you can find them in the description box where you also find the program for this live stream. And that's all. It's quite a lot, yeah, to do. So let's get started. And how should I start? All right. Oh, let me switch the camera. Yep, this will be better. Sorry. I have quite limited space here. Well, I have a lot of space here, but because of my setup here, I have a lot of stuffs around me. Yeah, so this is finished. I will start with this and this. Yeah, these 2 are finished. So I will start with work in progress that I started. I guess I didn't show you what I was working on the last live stream. What will be the best? All right. So this is the book Find Color by Googly. This is the original. Be careful if you want to buy this book because there is a fake copy which is small with horrible paper and horrible print quality. So the original is thick and large, really heavy book, with all the heavy pages that are watercolored. And I had a quick question about this book, if the paint bleed through. And what I can say, yes and no. Look at this page. This is all Inktense, and this is the other page. If you watched the video, I don't know if it's really visible in the video, but what I wanted to say, yeah, but I used really a lot of water. You can see the paper, it's a little bit damaged, yeah. But this is because it was the first page, so you understand, that it's bending a lot. And I used a lot of water on this page, and there is only in the middle, because obviously the paper here is very weak, as in every coloring book, or with every paper if you bend it. And here is a little bit bleed through, just because the page was weakened by the bend. Yeah. Then I did this whole page in watercolors. So I used wet on wet on this page with Inktense, and I guess I think I did it normally, not wet in wet, and it's completely fine. But then there are pages like this. This is my work in progress. I used Daniel Smith watercolors on the page. Again, I used a lot of water, like a lot. I did wet in wet, especially on the upper part. And yeah, it bled through, and on the on the second page as well. See, so some pages are bleeding through, some pages are not. Here again, I used the same technique with Inktense on the background and it completely bled through. So anyway, this is my work in progress. Yeah, number 1. And I need these books to like here. No, actually, no, I don't. Well, I have some videos, but I don't do any exercises. You know, I just do like this, and that's all. Yeah. Also some shaking. That really helps. I know I should do more exercises. You know, but you know how it is if someone has to do some exercises, like physical exercises. Then here is another. This is all Inktense, and yeah, I would like to work on this part more. I would like to make there some stars and a moon, something like that. Hi, La. Hi. How are you? Thank you for coming. So yeah, you may see how I torn the page. It's fixed. Well, you know, I was removing the masking tape, and yeah, the paper was completely dry. Don't worry, I know how to work with tapes, with masking tapes and all of these stuff. So I leave it completely dry, and I used my heat gun, you know. But still, the paper tape was just too sticky. So I have a video on my Instagram how it happened. It didn't meant to happen, you know. But I fixed it with a duct tape. It's also invisible. So it was very funny. Well, not in the first moment, but yeah. Then in Magical Dawn. No. Oh. Yeah, I'm working on the kitty. Yeah, so the background is with watercolors and watercolors. Yeah, I think. And I think this is also with watercolors or somewhat medium. Yeah, with watercolors, I guess. The paper in Hannah Carlson's books are is always very good. So yeah. What's next? Oh no, it wasn't actually. It was quite deep, you know, but nothing that couldn't be fixed. So I'm very happy for that. Now in this Korean coloring book, the name should be like "You Are My Star." I am working on this page. Yeah, so I just started the flowers, and yeah, the background is with watercolors as well. Oh, but look at the quality of the book. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking to tear it apart completely, and then tape it maybe. I don't know. So, but I really like how this is going. And I'm thinking, actually, I really think that I will do some blood here from all the leaves. You know, I did them in red a little bit, so there may be bleeding blood or dripping blood, but we will see. Nothing is you know, done yet. So then of course I have to do something in Worlds Within Worlds by Kerby Rosanes, I don't know. And yeah, I work on this page. It's a long process. You know, the page is really large, and the buildings here are really detailed, yeah, kind of detailed, you know, small areas and so on. And actually, I used water-based markers by Ohu. I can show you the box. I was using this for the water and for the building. Then I went with excuse me, with pencils on top of it, and the markers are bleeding through like alcohol markers, but they are really water-based, non-toxic, water-based. See, so I was kind of disappointed. I didn't test it before. I supposed that because they are water-based, they will not bleed through, but they did. I started this page, and on this page I was more careful, you know, do just one layer. It still bled through. Anyway, it didn't bleed through on these. So maybe just the blue and green were too strong. I don't know. Anyway, I don't really mind, you know, because I have a plan for this page and I will use acrylic paint, probably. Or some things, or some very dark color on the background. So yeah, I don't really mind. And for this page, I don't have any plans now, but I will figure out something. And yeah, I really don't mind. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I have something different again in my mind. It will be similar to this page. Maybe, maybe not the same, but similar. Yeah. And yeah, that's from this book. Yeah, and also I am working on the astronaut page. So yes, I covered the planets in the background because I really want the astronaut to pop out. You know, I have some plans for this scene and I don't want to be disturbed by the background, so it will stay black. I will probably add some splashes, some water, some stars as usually, you know. So yeah, I think that will be interesting. Yeah. Now, so these were my work in progress pages, and now I have one work in progress in here, but I want to connect it with another book. Yeah. And then I have pre-finished pages in these books. It's impossible that I have, you know, I have like few days in the whole month where I feel really motivated and good and energetic, and I am able to color 3 Kerby's pictures. Then I have weeks where I cannot do absolutely nothing. And yeah, the motivation is a little bit lower. So basically, I do all the monthly work in few days. But no, it's not that bad actually, you know. Anyway, this is my first page, which will be up on my channel this Thursday. Tomorrow. Thursday, yeah. And you may know that for some previous pages, I also posted some longer versions on my Patreon. But as I started to color differently, I mean that I use like 6 brands of pencils and various techniques, you know, which are really hard to explain during the process because I never plan the pages. What I do is that you know, I browse the book, I see the page, I feel the connection, and I go for the page. Usually I see some basic color scheme, like for this page, I actually I already colored this page. Give me a second. And you know, in 90% of all the time, I don't like to color the same page again. You know, no matter if I mess up the picture or if it's nice or if I want to try different colors, nothing matters. I just don't like the repetition, maybe. That's also why I don't like the coloring books where you have 2 copies of the same page. You know, for me, it's a waste of paper, illustration, or space for more illustrations, maybe. I don't know. But for this page, I have the first version on my channel. This is Polish edition. No, I have the first version on my channel of this. This was my first picture I colored with luminance pencils. Yeah, and I have 2 copies because when this book was published, there were only the US edition. Then I figure out that the paper is terrible in US edition, and I have all the other editions in Polish, like Polish editions, you know. So then I bought the Polish edition, and I only colored in here. Yeah, so what was my point? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but then I somehow looked on this picture again and I just got the vision. You know, I just got the vision of the color scheme, which is all like green, and you know, it's like bluish green, but the camera or my scanner or anything that can snap the photo cannot really catch the real color. So I don't know, I see in the camera that it's brighter, it's more towards the green range. So please imagine that it's a little bit more blue. um all right, so yeah, then I wasn't satisfied with the darks, so I used Posca pen. Yeah, what I was talking about. So when I started to color differently, you know, I really wasn't able to track what I am using. I will show you. I have the cabinet for art supplies. It has like 6 floors or 6 trays, and I have like 6 brands in here. You know, I have 2 of them, so I have like 12 of these trays, and I just cannot track it anymore. I don't go for specific brand, and so I go for the specific color, no matter what the pencil. Well, only I try to divide them or you know, separate them, because some pencils like Luminance, Derwent Drawing, and Prismacolors are more creamy, more heavier. So when I want to go with Artisas or here Pablos or with Polychromos or with Derwent Artists on top of these pencils, I have no chance. You know, there is no chance that they will work, because these are too heavy. So I try just, you know, it depends of what I want to do, what I want to achieve with that. And I also have here the Goldfaber pencils. Then here is Derwent Color Soft, and yeah, this is Marco Raffine. I have few of them. I don't like them much, but yeah. And also I have some Kohinoor pencils. Yeah, here I have some Kohinoor, and Color Soft, and the other, I have few of the other Color Soft, and I don't know, the other by Derwent, but not Chromaflow. The other, yeah. So that's why I'm not really able to track down what I really do. So what was my point again? Yeah, I have. Definitely, it's Prismacolor. You know, they were my second pencils. At first, I was using Brutfuner pencils. After like 2 pictures, I decided that I need something better. I purchased Prismacolors, and since then I didn't find any better pencils except Luminance, but they are building too much build up, you know. So yeah, and I like dramatic scenes, like you can see. So I really like how heavy they are, how creamy they are, how they blend, you know, and how dramatic you can make them. So yeah, but I also like Polychromos and Derwent Drawings. They are also very buttery. And what else? Yeah, I have two light fast pencils, and I really like them. Yeah, so I'm waiting for the opportunity to have them cheaper than they are. Yeah, anyway, from now on, I would like to continue to, from this picture, I would like to continue to publish on my Patreon the raw, not the raw footages, but the whole footages. But there is one thing, guys, you know, Patreon has limitations for our creators. So the limitation is in hours I can post there. You know, that means I have like 500 hours available on my account. I already spent 100 hours, And once I reach the limit, there will be some fee. I don't really know about that much. I don't know how high the fee will be, you know, but there should be some fee. Also, I don't know what just happened if I use all the free space. That means that one page can really take me 20 hours. And so it's only 5 videos of 20 hours of the length, you know, and I spent like 100 hours, right? Am I right? I don't know. I'm too much in stress to do math now. So yeah, I would use up the space really, really fast. So I will speed it up a little bit. I make it like 3, 4, 5 hours, you know, around 3 hours I would like to make it. But there will be the whole process, and it shouldn't be so sped up. So you can still see the whole process. But because I cannot track the pencils, so there will be no names, no pencil names. But I will do my best to just, you know, pick everything I have on the table and write the colors down and attach it to the page, to the video. So hopefully that will help. Yeah, not for these 3 pictures, because I already have them like finished, and I really don't know which colors I used. And also it's so hard, you know, because I usually have more colors on the table than I use, because some shades are very similar. So I have them on my table and decide, you know, I may change them during the coloring. So it's really hard. And also, yeah, as I said, my coloring these days is just unpredictable. And I never know the exact outcome from it. So that's all for this topic. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, and I have 2 pages in Animorphia. I really don't like Animorphia so much, because all of these doodles, it's too detailed. Yeah. But I managed to do these 2 pages. So again, shorter versions of the videos will be on my channel, and full videos will be on my Patreon. Again, these 2 will be without the colors, you know. But what I can say is that this page is done only with Nia colors, and this page is done with Inktense. Yeah, only I used pencils on top of it, because it wasn't so seamless work with Inktense. Yeah. And yeah, we have some bleeding through, because as you may saw on my latest video, I was using the spray bottle technique, where I apply the medium and then spray the whole page. But I don't mind. And I was thinking to do this lion with like blue background, you know, to have the contrast to the ochre color of the lion. So that could work anyway. And from Nia colors, there is no bleed. Yeah. All right. I hope you will like these videos. And then, if we, why I have here this page, this book, I don't know. I guess that's all from it. And if we are talking about the Patreon, So, as you may know, I am doing polls every month. I let you choose which page you want me to color for you, and for this this latest poll, we have a winner, and it's from this Cocovayo Relaxing Corner book. And where is it? I didn't start the page yet, but I plan to make it this week, so I should have it done until the end of this week. And you chose this Sweet Home page. I'm thinking about making it like a gingerbread house. Yeah, so we will see. So this is this is for the regular monthly video for you, and then I just wanted to do some one more video, but I don't know if I will be able to finish it this month. Anyway, I am working on it, and I have here the colors written down, and it will be this lady. The background is acrylic, and I did it like a year ago, you know. So I think I don't have the footage for it, but it's just the acrylic paint, some shades of green, you know. Anyway, for the skin tone, and then for the rest of the page, I will have the footage, and again, I will like not cut it, speed it to like 3 hours or so. So that should be fine. And again, I was using more brands. So hopefully it will be helpful somehow to have the colors written here. So that was exhausting. I didn't expect this to be so long, you know. Anyway, I have some more plans. So the next point is are my plans. So I plan, except some more coloring, you know. Then I want to do an art supplies haul. I did small purchase. It was really small. As you can see, I purchased the Chroma Flow and some more stuffs, you know. And I have more stuffs I haven't showed you on this channel, so I will add them as well. And why I purchased Chroma Flow, it's because you may know that Derwent will release more colors. We have the biggest set is 72 colors right now, and they are going to release it up to 100. And I have no more space here, you know, in this cabinet for another pencils. So I need to know if they are worthy, if I will like them. So I purchased only the set of 36 colors. I didn't open the box yet, so yeah, hopefully I will do the review. I will film the unboxing this week, and I would really love to try them. No, I have never used any primer. I was thinking about it, and I know that there are many like brands, you know, and types, and you have like gesso, and then you have some ground, or it's called like watercolor ground by Daniel Smith, I guess. but I never tried it. And you know, I don't know why. I just don't mind if it bleeds on the opposite side. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I'm not really well. The thing I think I get it. The main thing is that you have to leave these grounds or gessos and these liquids. You have to apply them and then leave them dry for at least 24 hours. And if I do that, I will never come back to the page. You know, I have to start the page as soon as I can if I have the idea, because then some other page appears, and I get another idea and I will forget about the previous one. Not fully forget about it, but I will want to do the new page, so no, never used it. I don't even have it. Yeah, it's not very cheap thing as well. So yeah, but maybe if I would try to color on the wood, yeah, that could be helpful. And also I heard that even if you let it dry, then if you apply the watercolors, that it bleed. No, not that it didn't bleed, but that the gesso is melt down if you apply the water. I don't know if this is true or not. That's what I heard. And I don't want to risk it when I don't need it, especially, So yes. Yeah. Anyway, so there will be some review for ChromaFlow. I really hope they will be good enough. And the art supply haul, and then that's all. So that's for the intro. Oh, and it took only 50 minutes. Yeah, I always plan the intro to be like 10 to 15 minutes. So we will have time for coloring. And then it takes an hour. Had to send it. Oh, so you have to send it down? Wow, that's a lot of work. Yeah, that's a lot of extra work. I am not able. I am not willing. I am not willing to go through the whole process. Yeah, I am very impulsive if it comes to coloring, or if it comes to another art like painting. Even though I have days where I just sit for an hour and I'm thinking, do I want to paint or do I want to color? And I cannot decide. Yeah, I have my days as well. So the second part is the drawing and coloring exercise. Let's skip the drawing exercise. Last time we did the sphere, if you remember who were there. And yeah, I just forget to prepare my stuffs. So let's jump into the coloring. Yeah. So I have Worlds of Flowers by Johanna Basford, and last time we did this flower with just a quick color selection. We will do the same today because it is only the exercise. I don't want to spend too much time on choosing colors, you know, and the best way is to use something like this Teresa Ivanor's called Photo Palettes Resource and Workbook. This is volume 8, part 1. I said it last time. She has many volumes. She has a volume which is dedicated to polychromos. Another one is dedicated to Prismacolors. Basically, you have photos and color combos for in this volume, you know, for prismas, polychromos, and luminance, which is awesome. But you cannot rely on the colors. You know, for example, I don't know, some of these skin colors. I also have the part 2, you know, the part 2, but only as a digital file. And yeah, some colors are really off. Like if you look at some, I don't know, these may be correct, but salmon pink. Last time I was showing, you know, one color combo which I really didn't agree on the colors. Anyway, it really doesn't matter because I never use the colors that are written down, you know. Basically, what I do is to choose some color combo and I see the colors here, you know, so I go through my pencils and I choose similar shade of the color, you know. So you can do this with any picture, any picture of the color palette. If you go to Pinterest, or there are dedicated websites on color palettes, you can choose whatever you like, and you don't have to really, on Pinterest you don't even have the color names, you know. It's impossible to have all color names on these palettes. So I use it like this. I see nice color combination and yeah, I go through my colors and choose some similar shades or switch some colors and so on. And we have here 350 color combinations. So the best thing we can do is to open the application Random Color Picker and generate. We have 320. So let's see what's under 320. Nice pinky shades. And yeah, you know, there are more shades. There are some purple or violet, greens, you know, and they are not in the color palette. But that's fine. And then on the other hand, you have like black here, just because you have one part in the shadow, you know. So this is also something you cannot really rely on like 100%, you know, on these colors, but it can guide you. So we have some pinky and beige colors with a red. So let me grab my trace. accident happened. Oh no. Oh, okay. All right. And here's some paper. And so we have the color scheme. It was very quick to choose it, and now we just have to choose some similar colors. And again, this is just the exercise, so just make it really quick. So we have some pale pink. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It's not 100%, but that's okay. Yeah, that's absolutely different. So this is more bluish pink, but darker. Darker bluish pink. It's close, but not close enough. And yeah, I did a swatch charts for each section, but I don't have it finished. Yeah, that this is the color I was looking for. Also, the order isn't perfect. Absolutely not at all. So like this color was in here, but maybe it would be better here. Yeah, I will have to revise it as usually. And I don't know, I don't like. All right, so let's divide it to groups. I don't want to mix these pinks and these beiges, so I will add the red to pinks, and I will use it as the darkest color, and then I will use these maybe for the background. I want something darker. No, I have some skin colors mixed here, This is better. It could work. Again, this one. And you can just quickly try them, try to swatch them together. And I see that these will not work together. So I will probably stay with these three. Oh. Yeah, this could work somehow. Maybe. Yeah, this is the Kohinoor, the lightest pink, and I don't like this brand. I'm thinking to remove it from the set. I will use Derwent Artists instead. So we have 3 colors for the flower. And then some beiges, and these, oh, sorry. They looks like they could be like skin tone beige, So I could use Yeah, you see that I really have all the parts really full. I will add one more. Probably I will add this beige. And that's it. You know, you don't really have to follow the colors that are here or the numbers. You know, you can make it your own. Yeah, this will be better. All right. So I chose some colors and I will need darks, like shades, you know, and I will grab some brown, some really dark brown color. And the best will be to choose some of the creamier colors or pencils, because we will have to go over the top of the already applied colors. So that means if you choose some transparent brand like Polychromos, Pablos, you know, there will be not much of the effect, you know. You can see how the difference. You know, if you go with Pablos on clear paper and on the over top of the other pencil, it creates more of a matte. But if you go with Prismacolor, you can cover it. So this is what I need now. All right. So we have our colors. Yeah. By the way, this is, you know, I don't think this is famous enough. I know everyone is talking about the Color Cube or the Color Catalog by Sarah Renee Clark. And yeah, of course I have it. I have the digital form of the Color Catalog. And yeah, it's nice, it's useful. I just prefer book, you know. I prefer have something in hand and easily go through, you know. It's a little bit more work in digital files, so I like to use it. I like to use this. And also, you know, I tried some color combinations by from the color catalog, and you know, some colors are also off. Yeah. I don't blame anyone. You know, it's impossible. And a lot of work put into these charts or these books and catalogs. So it's amazing source, you know. But I experienced that I couldn't rely on the written colors. So that's also another reason why I don't follow these color combinations in terms of grab the colors that are written down. You know, also it may depend on the screen, on the monitor, or on the printer. You know, every printer can have some different blue ranges, for example. You know how it is. So yeah, that also may be the case. So it says it's, I don't know, indigo blue, but in real it's Prussian blue, for example. Yeah. And yeah, I can really recommend to everyone just to rely on their own senses. It's it's something that you can enjoy, and you really like, rely on your skills, and you develop your skills. You are developing your eyes to see slight changes in colors and so on. So I would color this picture. All right, I put the camera down. Oh, I can use this angle. Okay, so just very quickly, this is a quick exercise. So flower will be pink, and we will see what will come up. So I'm starting with the lightest color, and yeah, this could be like two different colors, like not the whole pink, but it doesn't matter. So, and this exercise is for you to warm up your eyes and your hand. So when you go for the harder page, for the big picture, then you will just be warmed up. Yeah, I will go with the darkest color we chose now. And you see, I don't follow any order. I started with the lightest, now I am continuing with the darkest, and that's it. Also, if you do this exercise, you can write, you don't really have the time to think about uh, the colors, so you can figure out, you can find some nice color combinations, and then you can write them down and use them later on some another picture. And you can create your own color catalog with your own color combinations. I went too far with it, but that's fine. And these little flowers, and it doesn't have to be flower page, Johanna has a lot of pages like this in the other books. For example, you can choose the house page in Worlds of Wonder. I guess it's Worlds of Wonder, and you don't have to color like flowers. You can color something else, but these little miniatures, they are perfect for warming up and for testing various combos and so on. So you see that I don't really need the middle color, and yeah, this is just how I color. I choose some colors and then don't use them. I actually don't want to go in with this with the Prismacolor, because you know these two Pablos and Derwent Artists are more translucent. So if I would use the creamy Prismacolor, it wouldn't look nice, you know. It would now you can see the transition is quite nice, quite smooth, and this color could ruin it. So but I need some darker color. So what I want to do, I grab some different pencil and for the darkest shade I can go for creamy color, you know, because now I will color on top of the other tools, but with the middle or with the lightest color it's different. All right. These could work. Well, in this case, I used really light pressure, so it's possible to go with polychromos, for example. You know, they have quite nice coverage, but I will continue with mahogany red. Yeah, and the colors I used, I didn't tell them. So here is Derwent Artist, Rose Pink, and Pablo, Carandash Pablo, Raspberry Red, and now Prismacolor Mahogany Red. The core is broke again. I always do it. When I sharpen my prismas, I always try the point. If it wiggles, so I know that I don't have to push so hard on the pencil. But I would need to. Yeah, and here we go. By the way, this Derwent electric sharpener is perfect for Prisma. And the breakage isn't caused by the sharpener, but by the pencil itself, you know. Because they are just prismas. They have quite weak core. So I used the darkest color only a little bit. And you see it's not very very dramatic. It's not so drastically dark. But that's fine. And yeah, I kind of feel how oily is the base with the oily pencil. Well, Pablo's aren't oily, they are wax based because Caran d'Ache just they don't do oil-based pencils. They do just the wax-based pencils. So that's a plus. But they are not so opaque, you know. They are more on the translucent side. Hi, Anya. Hi. No, no, no. We are just warming up, you know. So after we finish this flower, we will go for your picture. All right. Now for the background, we have Prismacolor beige, Derwent Artists light rust, and luminance. Oh, what is it? Warm earth 40%. Yeah, this is nice mix. Translucent color in the middle. Nice. Yeah. No, this is the lightest, right? It's the lightest color. Or not? No, no, it's really the middle. So I wanted to use the beige only for a glow around the flower. So yeah, just with a lighter hand. All right, now with the Derwent Artists. It's not very strong color, but that's really fine. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes it can be better, sometimes it can be worse, you know, if it comes to the colors you choose. But it's fine, that's the learning process. That's also why these exercises helps. And you don't really have to do this before every coloring page you want to go and color. But time to time, it's not bad to really make it. Oh, especially if you don't have time, you know, if you have like few minutes, then it's better to color something small than don't color at all. but I think it's quite nice combination. And now I will go for the darkest. This is, uh, I don't even see the name of the pencil. It's dark umber. Yeah, Prismacolor dark umber. And I will just emphasize the edges, you know, just very lightly. And it depends on you how big detail you want to add. It can be really, really quick, really, really fast. And it also can take you an hour if you like. Yeah. Yeah, so the frame, the border is quite nice, and I will go with the dark umber for and add a little bit more depth to the flower as well. Yeah, so that's our flower. That was our warm up exercise. Yeah. I don't know now how much time we spent on it. But it's okay. It really depends on you how big detail you want to do, and I usually get lost in details, like not in small parts, but add a little bit of this and add a little bit of that and so on. Thank you, Anya. Yeah. So let's get to the page. There is, yeah, on our program. So we warmed up, and now we can go color. And then there will be this Q&A and Patreon section. But I already talked about Patreon a lot. So there will probably be only the Q&A section. And give me a minute. I go for all the things that fall down from my table. And also, give me a second. I'll be right back. I am back. I am back here. So let me just adjust the setup. Um, all right. Yeah, Anya, and I'm very grateful that you joined my Patreon. Thank you. So I prepared the colors and where is the rest? Ah, here. So this page this is the Venice girl in Venice. Oh, I can leave it zoomed like this. And here I am. So this is the girl in Venice. And yeah, I had the idea about the colors. I already talked about it previously a little bit, but I did more research on it and I chose more colors. Basically, my idea was this has to be some famous scene because I saw it a lot, and on Pinterest there are a lot of pictures this of this bridge and these buildings, you know. Uh, anyway, this is a photo from a magazine, Leisure Painter. It's an art magazine about painting, coloring, drawing, about every form of art. And I'm a member of the community of the membership, and so I have the digital copies of them. So I printed this page, which was actually my inspiration for it, and I really like the feel of the buildings, the colors of them. But I want to make it a little bit more romantic. So I have found this page on Pinterest, which is quite similar. We just have a little different bridge. Anyway, I will go for the sky on this picture and combine it with the colors here. It's not very visible or clear which colors are used here. Or yeah, you can have some idea, but on this picture it's better. So I would like to combine them and apply it for this page. Now, I will go higher with the camera. All right. So, what do? We will use Inktense as a base, and then we will add some details with pencils. So, I already go through the colors of the Inktense and chose a few of them. Also, I will firstly start with the background with the sky and buildings, then water, and then at the very end I will do the lady. The reason is simple, I don't really know which dress I which color I want for a dress. And this is usually very, very complicated. If it comes to some coloring pages, there is always some part of the page that is not clear to you or to us. It's not clear which colors you want to use. Also, usually you search some references and you end up with a ton of reference pictures, every picture with a different color scheme and what to choose, right? So if there is any part of the page like this that I don't know which colors I would like to use, I will just leave it and I focus on something else, on something different, of which I have some idea. So I have the idea about the background. Also, it can set the mood, you know. Let's see. If I color the lady first, I would have to have in my mind, all right, I want to make this page in romantic feel, you know, in a romantic mood. So the overall scene would be in pinkish colors, and I would have to think about where to apply the reflections from the background, from the sky, where on the girl I should apply it. Instead, if I do then another thing is I can choose the colors that would not match with my idea for the background. So what then? Probably I would abandon the page because there would be the same circle, you know, searching again for the colors and so on. So always start with the part of the picture that you know, that you have clear idea about, and then do the rest. It will come, you know. So also it will be easier if we set the mood with the background first, and also we can like we can choose the direction of the sun, the you know what I mean, the light source. What do I mean with details? Could you please give me more info? I'm not sure what do you mean. I told something. I was talking about some details. Oh, but I'm sorry, I don't remember now what exactly I was saying and what I meant. So if you could uh give me more info so I will remember, or ask me about some specific thing here. No, yeah. um all right. So yeah, you meant the details with pencils, right? Yeah, well, that means how to explain it? Well, I really like, yeah. Um I really like to do some base, even if I want to color the whole page with pencils. You know, it's always good to have the base layer. And yeah, let me think how to explain it the best. Well, if you take your pencils and you color on the white page, you know, there, even if you burnish it or use some mineral spirit, it can always the white under the pencil can show up, you know, can pick up and can make it brighter. Yeah. Also, I was thinking that I could use toned paper for the romantic scene, because this scene is very warm. That's nice. So some yellowish or beige or ivory or something toned paper would be better for this scene, you know, but it's fine. If you have white paper, it's always good just to do the underpainting. You know, I usually take my alcohol markers or Inktense or watercolors, and do just a layer of the light version of the color you want to use with pencils. That's the one view, one point of view. Yeah. And the other, I like to use mixed media in sense that colored pencils are really perfect for details. You know, especially I have good experiences with using polychromos on top of watercolors, because they are just good, you know, because they are not so creamy and so opaque. They will not like absolutely cover the watercolor layer, but they will add the depth, and they will add the crisps, crisps. The hard line, not hard line, but the definition, you know. Yeah. So also, yeah, you can do the whole page with only Inktense or only watercolors, for example, but you will spend much more time on details to be like, as I don't know how to say, as good as with pencils. So yeah, that's what I mean with pencils. So I would like to go with Neo colors for base layer or two, maybe three maximum, and then with pencils, for example, around the windows. You know, I will show you in practice. It will be more understandable, because I try my best to explain how what I mean, but I know by not only my English but my communication skills are not so good, maybe, to explain things so well. So I rather show it to you. But hopefully I gave you some understandable information. All right. Yeah, this is also a good point. Yeah, if you have large background, you know, and well, you have the pencil. Also, it's a lot of work, much more work to color. Imagine that there is a lot of sky, you know, there is a large background. For example, in the Listen to the Wind, for example, book, you have only the face and empty background. And to do the background with pencils, it's possible and the result is beautiful, but it's hard, you know, and you spend all day only coloring the background, and you spend a lot of your pencils. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah. So for the buildings, we have. So let's break down the picture. You know, Previously we broke down this illustration. So again, I will just remind about the light source. Well, that's why I don't like grayscale pictures, you know? Yeah, thank you. I do my best. Um, so I experienced a lot, even in Kerby's pictures, that the shading isn't so accurate, you know? It's not so accurate. It's not that good, I would say. It's sometimes it's like it has no sense, basically. Um, so that's why I don't like the grayscale pages. But if there is grayscale, I don't really mind, you know. So, but as I said, there may be pictures where the shading isn't really accurate. So, if we look at this picture, we don't really see on the lady, we don't really see where the light is going from, you know. Um, we have shading all around the sleeve. That's fine. I would probably color it as well like this, that you know, I usually do darker edges and lighter centers. So yeah, it makes sense. It only doesn't define the direct light source. It also can mean that the light source, that the light from the sun is more spread out. You know, that she's not like on the direct sun. She can be in the shade, for example, or there is just some spread daylight, you know, like similar like on this scene. If we look at the buildings, what I'm not really sure about uh yeah, if we look at this building, this side is facing towards us, and there is no indicated shade, you know, or shadow, only under the roof. Yeah. Then we have the side the side of the building, which is that is shaded. But on this building, in front of this building, it seems that this side is in the same angle as this shaded side, and this side is not shaded. Yeah? But then we have shaded the bottom part, the entrace. Uh, then we have some shadows here randomly. This seems to be very random. You know, this shading. There should be the corner of the front of the building. Then we should go like behind the corner, and then we should go the corner again, and we have this entrance. And now I'm not sure if this part, because here up it seems that it's front of the building, but this bottom part seems to be side of the building, and then here you have the corner again. So I'm not really sure what the decomposition about decomposition, you know, but that's fine. We can work with it. You can just don't you just cannot rely on the pre-shading. Not always. I don't say that everyone do it like this. You know, you can have pages that are correct, but that's only my opinion on it. Anyway, we can make our own shading, especially with some opaque colors, you know, some opaque pencil brands. You can like cover it even with the light pencil, but it's okay. We can choose our own light source. And because the lady has the most of the highlights in front, I would suggest that the light would come from the front, you know, like from the front of the lady. And then for the buildings, let's just do it somehow. Just follow some not the rule, but the direction that the light is going from our point of view. You know, imagine that you are the light and you are shining on the page. Yeah. So this will be light, this will be light, this will be light, this will be light, this will be light. If it comes to this side, we can make it darker. Yeah, and this will be also light. And also, of course, we will add some shading. We will add because the thing is, we don't know if there is something that is casting shadow on the bottom part and on the bridge. You know, we don't know. We can imagine that. Yeah. So that I think that that's all what I wanted to say for this. Yeah, I saw her other pages as well, and yeah, this is just her style. I don't say it's pretty, you know, and I don't say that it's something like her fault that the shading isn't always on the place, you know. I know it has to be hard to draw an illustration and think about all the details and all the shadings and shadows and so on, you know. So I have nothing against, really. I just say that I just want to support all of you to rely on your instinct, on your skills, and develop the skills by not relying on others if it comes to illustrations or color combinations, you know. So that's what I want you to understand how it works. And yeah, I just say what I see. But there is no bad intent, you know. The illustration is very pretty, and yeah, for me too detailed, but I don't really care in this case. So yeah, let's get into it. And I will focus first on the buildings. Buildings or the sky. There will be reflection in the water from the sky, just like on this picture. And because, you know, the sky and these buildings they have quite similar feel, then it really doesn't matter if you start with the sky or with the buildings, because the mood is the same. Yeah. All right, so for the colors, we see that some of these shadows are more purple. So I would go for these two. We will do some swatches, and also I'm thinking to use blocks more rather than pencils. Let's do pencils. So, and I will need some paper. So here is some paper and 715. Yeah, the ink pens are the only pencils I have in case, just because I don't want to mix them with other non-water soluble pencils. And these are the new colors. So 735 and 715. Oh, they are here. Then we see this gold-like color. You know, I exactly know the color in watercolors. This is the quinacridone gold. So I will try to find similar color, and I would probably go with this ochre 225. It's also the new one. 225. Yes, 225, and maybe this 240. Yeah. Then we have this orangey color, and we can mix. It's a little bit more brownish, so I would try this 1800, and we can mix it, you know, with the yellows here. You know, this is watercolor painting, so I see the layers. I see the colors, how they were mixed, but with pencils it doesn't work like that. Maybe with ink pens it could work, like you know, you can mix the colors, but I don't know. I'm not really experienced in mixing ink pens the way I mix my watercolors. So I'm not gonna experiment today. Yeah. Then we have some lighter colors here, some lighter beige. But yeah, we can do it with this 220, 220. Can try this, or 215 will be maybe better. 215. Yeah. Where is the page? Yeah, then we have these details. Is it on here? No. So let me revise it. The bridge is similar color like this, and also the color appears here, and this is also similar to this 1800. What we can add is this 240. We already have this color, and I would try 1910. 1910 and 1730 maybe. 1730. I need some brown color with a red undertone. Some dark brown that will add a little bit of dark into the mix. Yeah, if I think about it now, I will probably need to do a mix. So how about we try 2000 and 1920 and 1930, and we will see. Yeah, so this one is also a little pinkish, you know, but we can use these. Or let's take 405. All right, we chose some colors for the background. Now, before we go straight on the page, we need to make some swatches. So here is my water. And which brush am I gonna use? These are my brushes. All right, I can use this. My favorite brand is Da Vinci. It's really, really good. These are really good brushes. Yeah, let's go with these two. All right. I want to start with the gold. With the gold part, because it's like it's everywhere, you know, this gold. So we need to find the right shade. And you can see that it's absolutely different if you activate it. So never rely on how it looks when it's not activated. These are very similar. And actually, I don't know if we want the bright color like this, but what if we mix them? Then we get this beautiful quinacridone. It's not quinacridone. This is more quinacridone. All right, I will save these two. Now also, this is Baked Earth. Let's just see how it looks. Yeah. So I can use this color for darkening the sienna gold. Yeah. See, it's a little bit darker depending on how much of Baked Earth I would use. So 3 different browns. This is bark. This is chocolate. And this is mother brown. This one is really, really red. And this is red oxide. This is really, really red. I can save this for these parts. And I think I would go with the bark, probably, because it's more neutral. It's more neutral color, and it can, you know, help to improve, or not to improve, to put down the brightness if it's too bright, you know. Then for these, I will probably go with this one, but let's try both. Yeah, so this gold, this is more creamy. Yeah, it's we don't really have a color like this cream beige in Inktense. It could be mixed probably, you know, but I want to make it simple. And then these purples. So this is sugar plum, and this will be better. Dark chocolate, dark brown, and this. Look at this. Yeah, it's very light. It could be used. All right, that doesn't mean that we cannot use these or any other color. You know, that only means that we selected few colors. And that's the start. That's the starting point. Also, this is not watercolor paper. Oh. This is the Paint On by Claire Fontaine paper. It's mixed media, but it's suitable more for like acrylic, soft pastel, pencils, you know, charcoal, and so on. It's not exactly made for watercolors or for wet techniques. Like wet, I mean, yeah, acrylics can be wet as well, but I mean that you add some water. But the first thing is that all my watercolor papers are structured. They are cold press, and yeah, I have hot press as well, but I don't like hot pressed papers because the colors, the water is behaving absolutely differently on hot pressed paper. And on the other hand, if I use cold press paper, it would mean I would want to use more of wet mediums, but I really want to use more pencils for the girl, you know. So the Nia colors are mainly for the background. Yeah. Ooh, let's get into it. Oh, also what is really good if you make a swatch. Similar like this one, but you have your selection, so you can do all the colors again, you know, activate them and write down the numbers of the colors, so you really know what you have in your hand. As you see, it's not only always my case to do that, but it depends. If you know your pencils, like I know Prismas, I know you don't know how I know my Prismas. I know them very well. Then you don't have to do any swatches, you know. But it's helpful, especially for beginners, or if you use pencils that are new for you. So I will start with the left side, and I will try to follow this this example, and important thing, it's really important not to stress yourself that you have to do it as your reference or that you have to make it realistically. It's not about it. And if you stress yourself about these things, the outcome will never be as good as if you are free and open-minded to changes. This is only for your reference. You can be inspired by it, but don't try to make it absolutely the same, especially if it's only a reference and not the same scene, not the same picture. And yeah, I don't know what I wanted to say. I lost my point again. That's fine. You understand me. So I see more of the orangey, lighter orange or the gold color, and here is more dark. So that will be baked earth. And you know what? I'm thinking. All right. So these are blocks. I made my own palette. This is just some metal box, and I have these watercolored pens, which I have a magnet on the bottom, so it will not move. Yeah, and I have all blocks, and these half empty wells are the pencils, the extra pencils. This could help as well. And yeah, I need to take my swatches. All right. This is the picture for the review on Derwent Inktense. So I have to finish it. Then I will show you actually in the video how I did this this palette. Yeah, and it will be like a review on Inktense. So this is Golden Sun. Yeah, but these new colors are here. Golden Sun, Sienna Gold, and Baked Earth. Okay, this is some set. Yeah. So it's this one. Ooh. This one, this one. Really? No. This one and this one. These two and this one are these three. And we can use a little bit of red oxide as well. Yeah, here is my palette. And what I want to do is to try to make some colors, to mix the gold colors, but I'm thinking if it's a good idea or not. Let's do it. So let's spray it. Yeah. See, it's nice. Nice color. Yeah, it's just nice color. So I am mixing the sienna gold and golden sun. And yeah. All right. I need a little bit of red. So I will try red oxide or red oxide. Little bit of red oxide, maybe. It should be this one. Yes. Yeah, it's better. Let's do a little bit more. Yes. All right. So this is our color for the shading here and for the darker parts. And actually, it was quite nice. So I mix again the two colors, golden sun and sienna gold. Yeah, it's more towards the light. It's the lighter one. To make it lighter, just add water, you know. So, yeah, I really wanted to use the pencils, apply it on it, you know, but you see how beautiful shades you can create by mixing your colors. So don't be afraid of it. Just mix your colors. And I will start with this building. At this moment, I don't really worry about the windows. I will just check. The windows will probably be darker, like the upper line. We don't have any parts that are lighter like this. You know, I don't see any. So let's do it. Also, it's faster if you mix the colors in your palette and then apply it on paper. Yeah, because you don't have to use pencils and then go and activate it. Also, as you can see here, this is not a good paper, you know, and the pencils are not fully dissolved, so you can see strikes. So that's also, if you, I don't know how they would react on this particular paper. It's possible that it would behave the same, but I recommend to use lighter pressure and do consistent layer of lighter pressure. If you need more pigment, do more layers, like 2 or 3. All right? All right. And also, I have to mention that I print my pages on LaserJet printer. You can give me a second. I just hear the electricity, you know, because my phone is fully charged now. So yeah. What I wanted to say. So yeah, if you have inkjet printer, then I wouldn't recommend to use wet mediums at all, just because the ink will bleed into your colors and it will become very muddy. Now, here I'm not sure. Yeah, it's the part of the building, and this here, it seems like it's a plant pot. We can make it with this color as well. That's absolutely fine. I'm not using a lot of water, you know, just for the mix, but I don't do any wet on wet. And yeah, the paper can stand this little amount of water. So it's fine. If you use watercolors, you can do that. Just don't do wet on wet and you will be safe. And these two buildings can have, this is more purple, you know, it's more purple, but you still can do this underpainting with this color. And all right, so I will just color everything in here with this lighter color. If this will work like watercolors, we will see. Then if we glaze another color over the top of it, it still should, the base layer should still peek through, you know, so it could be really interesting. And careful, here is another lady. Don't make her yellow. Yeah, and what can help? The objects that are far away from you, they are usually lighter in color and in value, and they are less detailed, you know? All right. So I will let this dry. What is this? Yeah. I don't know how it is with Inktense, but with watercolors, you can do the water, with this golden color. Then after it's dry, you can go, or while dry, it could, it should, it could work if it's dry. Go over the top with a lighter layer of like cerulean blue, you know, or cobalt blue, and you will end up with this little bit muddy brownish greenish water, which usually is in these rivers or canals, you know. So it's really interesting to play with watercolors or with wet mediums. But I am not really sure how will Inktense react, because they are behaving differently than watercolors, you know, from my experience. So I don't want to experiment too much today, and we will see. And I will add a little bit more water, and let's go right into this building. You know, yeah. You see, I have the border because my printer just cannot print without border. So I will just stick to it. Now, now I will take this gold to 15. To 15. It's this one. Yeah, I will mix it in with the rest of these colors. It really doesn't matter so much. And it's a little bit lighter. I will do the part here. Now I will add more water to make it more lighter. And I will finish the buildings that are very far away from us. So they will be only tint. Yeah, but it's not very visible, the difference, you know. That's not it. That's only first layer, you know. Yeah, it's a little bit wet, but that's okay. Okay. I'm thinking. Here is some more brown color. So bark is, where is bark? Oh, this is bark. We'll just prepare the dark color. And it seems that the gouache here isn't is activating. Okay, so that's it. Now this orange, I need 2 levels of orange, you see. That means, what do we have here? We have here some pink, red oxide, baked earth. That's our color. Baked color, it's this one. That's our color. It's very similar to this one, only it's more earthy, more brown, more orange. And that's exactly what we need for this part, for the lighter part, you know. Oh, where is it? And I'm thinking to mix it with the rest of the yellows. With the gold to 15. that could work. And I will need this color to be darker in a moment. So I will take another brush and I will work on this color. It's too bright. So let's add a little bit of, see, much better. A little bit of baked earth to make it more orange. The beauty of mixing colors is that they will just match together, you know, because this mix contains colors from this mix. So there is no way they wouldn't work together. And I will add a little bit more 1910, which is red oxide, because I want it to be more red and it's too much. It's a little bit too much, so I will add more gold. And we can work with this. I will add more water. Okay. Now I will work with both brushes. I'm thinking to take another smaller brush, because the areas are quite small. So this is number 4, Da Vinci Casaneo. And I will go, where is another Da Vinci? Oh, bad section. I know exactly which brush I want. But where is it? Here. And this is Da Vinci Colineo number 2. It's smaller, obviously. I don't know the bristles, if they are, it's probably a mix of synthetic and, you know, synthetic and natural. Casaneo is synthetic for sure. Yes, so I have darker here. No, lighter here, darker here. Yes. And I will just very simply go. So we have base layer, and now it's the same. You can continue with pencils, or with your medium. You know, you have the base layer. So now it's like you are starting to color. And let me think. I will add darker here. And because we will go over the top with pencils, then you don't really have to focus and pay attention for too much details. You know, the windows inside, you can see, are very dark. They have a lot of shadow, so I will go with the darker mix. And then we will add the darkest part, the corner, with pencils. You know, it would be wasting of time making it with Inktense, or not wasting the time, but it would be too too detailed work, and it's not necessary. Under the roof, there will be some shadow, and here. Okay. Then here it seems there is that the upper part is more like a little bit in front of that it casts some shadow, you know, so we will put it here. And I can take now my lighter color and like dissolve it. Dissolve the darker color. Now it's not very visible that it's darker. You know, the difference is not very big. Well, it would be, but you can clearly see that it's much lighter. But I, you know, grabbed too much from the upper part, but still it looks darker. Now with a clean brush, I will just dissolve the edges, make it softer. It's harder with Inktense. They dry faster and they make stains. You know, they are not so how to say it. You cannot lift them so much. And I am doing the upper part a little bit darker than the bottom part. I will leave the bottom with our base layer, you know. That's simply because even if the light goes from this, we can say it goes more like this, like from front, but from the angle. You know, it's also visible on, yeah, you can say on the head a little bit. Yeah, you can really use your imagination for this. And yeah, so because we have the roof here and the part that casts shadows a little bit, so I do the upper part a little bit more. Yes, some similar like like here, but I will expand it a little bit more. Here it's nicely done. Yeah. Also, it really doesn't have to be realistic, if you know what I mean. Like, if you are done with the picture, people will more likely look over these details. Yeah. So you don't have to, I just want to say you don't have to stress out about it. If you know, if it's not perfect. Where is dark? Yeah, here is dark. I can pick more color and do it a little bit darker, even more darker, and soften the edge. And the bottom of the roof. Do you have Inktense pencils? If you have pencils, the blocks are the same colors, so you can use them. Yeah, I understand. So, if you have pencils, you can definitely use them. You can even, shave them or use a knife, and you can use a knife to shave the core, and you can mix them, and yeah, it's a little bit harder if it comes to the ratio of each color. Yeah, that's true. But again, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. Yeah, I'm thinking how to make it better. Yeah, I didn't realize that actually if when I started to mix the colors. All right. You know what? I will just finish this building with these mixes, and I will do the rest with the pencil. We will see what we are able like to do it. Anyway, the base color again, it was Golden Sun and Sienna Gold with pencils. So I will just finish it. So basically, anytime I see some, this, I don't know how to say it actually, this part that can cast shadow, I will make it darker under. Yeah. And also darker here. All right. And we can leave it like this. Can expand the shadows. Yeah, so this can be the watercolored, the intense base, and then we will go over the top with regular pencils, and we will add details. That means we will go with a darker shade and do more shadows and do the windows as well. Also, yeah, of course, uh, you can go right with regular pencils on top of this base layer, and you basically can color it like normal page, Okay, so I will put this aside. And my palette, we can still use it, but I'm not gonna shave the pencils. We will make it easier, Yeah, I didn't realize that it's harder to say the ratio of each color, and you saw that I already mixed 4 colors together. Okay. That is sugar plum. So we will, huh? We will use this baked earth. And you know what? Let me take another pencil, 1730. Now we will need 1730. It's not there. So it will be here. Because this one seems to be quite nice and lighter. And also 1900. Ah? Where is 19? Ah, here. 1900. Yeah, and what we can do, let's take 1730. It's oak, and we can do it a little bit darker now on these parts where we have the cast shadow. And just put the pencil on the paper. It should be dry. And take a clean brush with a little bit of water. And just slightly go over the top and just soften the edges, you know, so it will be a little bit darker. Well, you can even leave it like this and you don't have to go over with pencils, you know, if you like it, no problem. Yeah, I'm so glad that I helped you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's my goal, you know, my biggest dream intent to just show, because it's not so long ago when I discovered this, you know, and I just want to share this, what I know and what I feel about the art and about thinking about art. So yeah, if I can teach you, or not teach you, but show you how you can make it, how you can think about it, how you can create it on your own, how you can break it down and so on, that makes me really happy. Yeah, yeah, it's quite detailed, but that's actually good, a good uh, times to start with paint, and I mean with a light layer, you know, because you don't have to focus on details right from the beginning. You see that I'm out of the line here. I will show you closer. See here, the windows are not perfect at all. You know, I don't have a straight line here. And that's it. You are doing the base, the beginning, you know, so you can do it more freely, you don't have really focus much on these details, and details will come later with pencils. So this is more like you are defining what you are doing, what this will look like. You are defining different shapes and different parts. Yeah, also you can grab the pigment right from the pencil, but if you want to use it again, so I don't recommend it. Not at the early stage like we have. Now, I will need, so we have red oxide. This one is very red and baked earth. You know what? I will still take, oh, I have swatches here. Then that's fine. So 18. Yeah. So take baked earth, and we will basically do the same we did on this building. Only we will apply it right with a pencil. Yeah. And this is sunny side. So I will start the same way. Under the roof and under any parts that are in the shade, in the shadow. And the more down you go, the lighter you can make it. Yeah, let's do it here as well. And this is more shadowed part, so I will just now very lightly on this part and a little bit harder under the roof again. And these will be the windows, so we will make them later. And I really want this side to be very light, like the light is shining on it. But it can shine from this position, so it can cast shadow, from the roof. Now I will take, it was baked earth, and now I will take you have these two colors. I will take the this will be too bright. Sienna gold. Let's continue with sienna gold and make a little of the transition. So a little bit of sienna gold. I'm thinking if this building casting a shadow on this building, so we can do it a little bit darker on the side. And now take the golden sun and just lightly go over the top of all layers. Also, each building will have different color, and you can see it here on this photo and on this photo as well, that each building has different color. So it's also beauty of art and mixing colors and everything. And if you're, yeah, you can also say that this will be your lightest color. As I told you before, this base layer is only like the underpainting. You can leave it showing like we did on the first building. You can leave it uncovered, or you can go with another color like this gold. It's the lightest light we have here. Lightest yellow. And you can do it like with I don't say it. With normal pencils, and make this as your lightest color, on the building. Now, let's take oak and make this flower pot a little darker and with a different color. And yeah, we can go with baked. No. 90. 17. Yeah, all right. With willow and do the inside of the flower pot, and now take the red one, red oxide, and use it for the roof. And red oxide and on the bottom part, and baked earth on the top. Now let's activate it. I always like to do the whole area and then activate it in one go. So let's start with the roof. Now the pot. This is actually covered behind the bridge, so it doesn't have any like specific shape, but we will make it like this brown. Yeah, and I actually not sure if it's a flower pot or if it's a wall. It really doesn't matter that much. And activating the walls starting from the lightest shade and go up to the darkest. And it's really, really shiny and gold. So we will see. Let's just activate the whole building, and then we will see what to do next to make it to take it down a little bit. So obviously I used a lot of red, so it supports uh, the light, the brightness. It's easy to fix. Just you'll just cover it with um darker color. Um, how about 1900? Yeah. Let's test it. Okay. Now, in this case, I will take the pigment right from the pencil. And they, you know, they soak a lot of water. So I always use full brush of water. And I just go, it's willow color. And just color over the top, but don't touch the lightest area. It seems much brighter on the camera if I look at it than in real. But yeah, it's still very light, like very bright. If you don't mind, you can leave it, of course. And I don't want to do much layers because of the paper, as it's not watercolored and it's for mixed media, but not for aquarelle media. And I don't want to, stress the paper too much. So I will stay more on top part of the darker area. Okay, it's still very orangey. You need to tone down the colors. Oh, but as it's drying, it starts to be not so bright. At least a little bit. I'm thinking how to tone it down. We will not tone it down much, I'm afraid. We can. How about... this will be too bright. Let's see. There is a option to, to tone it down more with pencils later. There is definitely this option. But for now, I don't want to use white. Maybe 220. Maybe I will try 220. It's Sicilian yellow. Is it down? It's a little bit down. It's a little bit more down, and now it seems that this is just the color of the building. It's not much down. That's fine. That's You know what I'm thinking about? That this is too much contrast. This doesn't look this doesn't have the same feeling. And I liked this first building more, maybe. How about... Well, how about we lift the color? I don't know if it's a good idea. And it's bright again. You know, yeah, it's just about experimenting sometimes. And Inktense have a little bit limited colors. Like there is no cream, like cream, you know. So I will just, yeah. It's still too bright. Yeah, you know what? Let's leave it like this. The paper is starting to be worn out. And when we use pencils, then we will try to fix it. It's really bright. I will think about it more. And I will try to choose some good color. Thank you. Yeah, the base is great. Yeah, the base is really nice and light and cream. Just this building is very shiny. All right. Let me do this building behind and try make it not so not so shiny. So we will need a good color. How about 1930? If I will find it. 1930, it's oak. And oh no, that's too dark. 19, only 1900. Yeah, it's willow. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully the final result will be will be better. Yeah, obviously it will be more detailed. You would go with pink, and you're right, because it was our intent as well, as we have the pink purplish color here. And I got here these two, which is, where is it? These two, but this is very bright. Let's not use it. So we can do this and mix it with some of the oranges. But let me use the willow anyway. Willow. Yeah. This will be our second option. So the plum is, yeah, let's use the plum. What I'm thinking, let me think first. I will change the plum for amethyst 735. It could be much better. And what I want to do is very light layer of the purple, of the amethyst color. Very light. And let's make it as the second layer. So I will use the brush number 4, grab it right from the pencil, and I will just, you know, grab the water. I want to dilute it with water, so I will have really light layer. I'm always here to help and to inspire others. Yeah, so a little bit more light. Let's test it. Oh. It's too thick. We can always go darker. It's not so easy to go lighter. So, and this will be fine. So now when we have this very light, I wanted to pick this color and mix them, you know. The problem is that, look at this pink, and it's the only pink in the whole set. Well, we have, these are not so pink, and they are also very bright. And then these are more purple, but I'm not sure if they would be quite bright as well. They wouldn't give the right feel. So I think this one is more toned, more how to say it, more not so wild. Yeah, so it's more yeah, my brain is stuck. Yeah, I don't have my brain. I lost my brain. Yeah, I'm streaming more than 3 hours now, so I think my brain just thought to itself, I'm not gonna quote it, but beep 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 beep. But let's make this building, and you see that it adds only a little bit of the purple, of the pink. It's only really very light, and that's fine. We don't want to overdo it. It's almost invisible now. We can always do add more. And if you look at this building, for example, it's also like multicolored. There is some gray, purple, more reddish, oranges, so we can be inspired. And actually, how about I will just use this color for this side which should be in the shade, in the shadow. And because purple is able to tone down the orange, it's same like if if you color your hair and you are go blonde and you have two orange hair color, then you use a purple shampoo and it will tone down, it will withdraw the orange tone from it. So how does it look? It looks like it's in the shadow now. Hi Dawn, hi, thank you for coming. That's okay. Uh, mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, uh, I think I will not be able to make it today, like the whole page. So I will at least do this building. And let's make it like, let's add a little bit more gold on this part later, just make it a little bit interesting. And I wanted to say something, but I don't know what. So now let's go and with this golden sun 225. How does it look? Very bright. And dilute it with a lot of water. So it's not so bright, but you can see the touch of the bright yellow. And you know what? We have this sugar plum, which is this color. Let's make a roof with it. But I will mix it with oak. Oak. No, I will mix it with 1930. I don't have it. With 1930, which is dark chocolate, and use it only on the bottom. And hopefully it will not be a disaster. All right. That's fine. So now we can continue on this building. The paper is still wet, but that's should be okay. So I will now grab more of this pink or amethyst, purple pink. But you know what? I want to make it a little bit deeper. How about let's take the sugar plum. And I still have the amethyst on my brush, you know. I want to add only a little bit of some shadows. And I took another brush and really water it down, you know, because we want this translucent layer. But we want it only like translucent, but a little bit darker. And careful around the lady here on the bridge. And this is quite fast work, you know. Yeah. And I will do the same here behind this building, the yellow building, because it can cast a shadow. Though it's quite pinky. So now I have the amethyst here diluted with water. I will just go over the rest. And now it's toned down. So what do you think? Each building is absolutely different. This is very bright. Yeah. So let me see. It's very how to fix it. You know what? I will think about this yellow building, but if there is any chance how to tone it down so it will feel like it's more like it's fitting into the scene. Oh, you know, but sometimes this can take me a really long time. Sometimes, you know, it just hits me in the night, or I see something in the, you know, in the magazine, the Leisure Painter I told you before. So there can be some tip or something. So let's leave it like this for now. Also, I don't have my brain. So what should I do, right? Okay. So, yeah, I'm glad that you like it. It's only the beginning. You know that some pages can take really long time, and really some pages really take me like 20 hours. I hope this will not take 20 hours. It would be for a lot of streams. But next time we will continue with these buildings, and we should start with pencils. Yeah, I would rather maybe do all buildings, like to finish them and then move on the other elements, because when we do details, we will see the finished result, and it will be easier for us to decide on the address for the other elements. We will have part of the picture complete, so it will be easier. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Sometimes it's really exhausting. Yeah, but I figure out that if the picture, well, no, how to say it? The more time you spend on the page, the better the result. I don't mean like overdo it, but don't rush the process. So yeah, sometimes it's 20 hours, but then the result, yeah, it's nice. Good. So next time I will be here. I should be here on next Wednesday at the same time, probably. You know, but I don't stay to fixed schedule, because I have a lot of stuff going around, and sometimes I need to stay at work longer, and I never know this in front. So sometimes it just my boss just tell me at the same day, could you stay longer today? you know and yeah, so I have to stay longer if we release some product or something. So I never know if I will be able. That's also why I never put it like day before the information about live streaming, but on a few hours in front, like at least 4 hours. I try. Yeah, I'm looking forward to finish this page. Let's see what's on the. Oh, there were. The last block was Q&A and Patreon. Q&A, I have prepared 3 questions. How to decide about the light source? Well, we talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to go through some coloring books and show you examples how you can decide about the light source in line art and the grayscale. So yeah, the next question, how to decide which color combination to use, and is Pinterest helpful? Yeah. This will be a little larger question to answer. And the third question is, what is the difference between papers in books by Kerby Rosanes? And I mean the editions, like Polish, US, and UK. Each has different paper, and each not every can really hold watercolors or wet mediums. But I guess I will save these questions on the next live stream. And I see that I will have to revise all the structure, okay, that's not the problem. I will figure out something better, more suitable, because yeah, it's just like it is. Okay, so at the end, I would like to thanks to all my Patreons. Give me a second. Here they are. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all your support, and it really means so much for me. And it's just because of you that I am able to do this, and yeah, I'm really happy and grateful, and thank you again. Yeah, so that was for the end. Also, don't forget to go. If you are my Patreon, don't forget to vote in the poll. The poll is about whether you would be interested in in a series on short mini videos where I would show you various techniques like in detail. For example, for all different art tools like ink pens, Nia colors, pencils, soft pastels, alcohol markers, watercolors, glitter glues, everything. So if that's interesting for you or not. And also, yeah, that's the only poll I have here. Okay. All right, guys. I guess that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I will looking forward to see you next time. Bye!